Greetings and welcome to my dear Aries. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. I do welcome you to the channel. Please like, dislike, or share, subscribe if you will. Do so in the most authentic nature and I shall respect it. Please take care. The energy of the 12th house, I believe, is being activated in the next month or so for you, which has to do with the solution as well as the veil is very much activated through the essence of the other and the great sea of information outside. We call upon Mars to bless this reading in terms of its propensities for intensity, as well as its propensity for action. May you find a way through the energy of Vulcan to shift the ground and to constitute some form of release. Okay? Please take only what you will. Note that this is not going to resonate for everyone. However, if it does for you, I do ask that you use your most purest form of discretion. Okay? The first house is open. The singularity shall begin now. There's a mode of action here that has to do with sympathy, empathy, that is directed to the self as well as to others. Your seventh house is activated, and through this is a sort of regression in the triplicity of air from Libra into Gemini, meaning that there is a mode of communication that involves some form of ego death, some form of release in terms of letting go, being a student of something, okay? This has to do with sadness and overcoming it, expectations overcoming these, okay? It could be that you're dealing with someone who's on the move and shifting in terms of their emotional intelligence from a detached perspective, and now they're bringing forward some form of love or reciprocity for others, okay? This could also be you. The singularity essentially is timeless, but it also flows in a linear fashion. This one's very much moving forward, but there may be a serious amount of neurological questions that may revolve around a situation that has to do with you shifting from a mode of truth into one more of feeling, from a mode of detachment and objectivity to more subjectivity, okay, and conditionality. There's a mode of action here that has to do with you producing producing a sense of closure, as well as eliciting something that has to do with the 12th house excuse me, of Pisces. The sea of information, trying to discern certain things, no longer fearing, coming into a sense of newness when it comes to especially the tension with others. You're trying to let that go. There is a numb quality here that has to do with release and intensified identifications, okay? There's something about you moving forward and truly walking forward in truth, and using your intuition mostly in order to guide you, setting aside the sword and really understanding more of either the moon in Gemini or moon in Libra's placement of dichotomies, of really not really making a choice, but becoming a student of choice. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Excuse me. And you sort of brought this about yourself, or perhaps there's something outside of you that is helping you to understand the motivations of sun and moon, the great cycle, eliciting a sort of relationship here that has to do with the reflection of light, the reflection of illumination. Okay, the singularity is showing me that there is a process of purification, of letting go, of truly letting go, and defining oneself through the idealizations of subjective modes of expectation. Okay, becoming a truth seeker, becoming someone who thinks in a limited way, but also in a way that involves others, and trying to procure your sense of truth through that mode. This is rooting essentially from a sense of either unfinished business or something that has been lingering in terms of the completion of a cycle or completion of a structure, because of the world shifts and the redefinition of that which contains humanity. Now there is a shift or a change, and you are trying to situate, or you may be trying to situate yourself in terms of this change. And there's a shift from more mental thinking, mental notes, mental anguish. And this is moving more into you being able to hold that sense of humanity or bring humanity forth in some sort of way. What you may be thinking about in terms of this is clearly making partitions with the past, especially with anyone who has been seeking out your favor in a sort of way, trying to contribute to give you a sense of rest. I don't think you should do this, but there's something about you that would help you define your rite of passage, your path work. So you will do as you please. There is something also about you giving back or making peace with the past in order to understand more of the shifts that are going on within the year of 2021. There is a paradigm shift that has to do with the reflection and the past as a lens in order to move forward truthfully into the future. Lots of trepidation, lots of fear here, but that's okay because something here, it involves the energy of Saturn and Uranus, and a great shift will occur in a systemic level. Okay, that is within your work projects, within your career, with anything that you are, excuse me, trying to ground yourself on in terms of situating devotional aspects, what you've been devoted to, in terms of even significant others or really significant relationships. A sense of unfinished business here, and is trying to be polished and closed off before the karma is trying to be closed off before you move forward. If you like, you can actually revisit anything that you've been thinking of in terms of people that you've been raising up in terms of pedestals, or people who hold your emotional sort of capacities, your emotional fulfillment. There is a fixed devotional quality here, very fixed, that may need some sort of shift, because you may be trying to give to others in a new way. Perhaps this person also is helping you to heal you in some sort of way on an emotionally intuitive level, emotionally intelligent level, that can help you to find that rite of passage, okay, or perhaps the platform on which to joyfully express your place, your footing, your standing, and how to put yourself on a pedestal is also a possibility. When it comes to the singularity, the cards are telling me to essentially let go, or perhaps see the motivations of others and see their shortcomings as lessons that can help you to understand how you might have had a part in the instrumental sort of disintegration of that structure you shared with someone. This may be causing you a great deal of psychological entrapment, and maybe feeling a stagnation, but in actuality, it gives you stability, and it gives you a sense of the cycle, the great karma that may be revolving around you and a certain other. It being an extension of heartache into a type of psychological conundrum that keeps you entrapped in some sort of way. But I think you have helpers outside there as well. The great shift that is occurring is phenomenal for you, and that you will find more emotional resonance and ways to ground, ways to fertilize past situations that feel unfinished, past seeds that you have sown that need growing. These are all potentialities that can lead to goodness. Okay, short and sweet, my dear Aries. Please take care now. I am available for private readings. Otherwise, donations are accepted. Otherwise, please take care and send that like over. Thank you very much. Bye.